Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about another quotation that I had in my notebook. It says, "Stop measuring in minor things in life." This is a beautiful statement. Stop measuring in minor things in life. I think most of the time we spend our physical energy, mental energy, emotional energy about things that actually don't matter, about things that are so minor, about the trivial things in life that in the grand scheme of life has absolutely zero relevance, has no meaning. I think there are very few things in life that actually turn out to have a big meaning. Most of the things that happen in life are just noises, are just crowds that gets that's just a background. It ultimately it has no effect on how you live your life, how happy you are. But we let these small things bother us so much. We spend so much time thinking about them. We spend so much time addressing these minor things that we forget that our life has already passed. Like, time is just passing by. I it feels like it was only yesterday when I took the SLC test. And it feels like it was only yesterday when I was a medical student. It feels like it was only yesterday when I was doing my PhD. It feels like only yesterday when I got married. It feels like only yesterday I became a father. Time passes so fast. I can't believe that I am already at the age where I am right now, because my heart is still young. Uh, but the point is, time is passing by. Every day that has passed brings us closer to our death. Every passing day is one day nearer to our death. So why you spend this precious time on things that don't matter? And what do I mean by that? Like, we are spending time in our mental energy, in our emotional energy, which is more important, thinking about public opinion, what this person thinks about me, what that person thinks about me, thinking about what this person said, what that person said, thinking about why did that person say like that, why did I not get approval of that person, why was that person not good to me, or why, like, about trivial things. Why does that matter? Like, you know I have known thousands of people in my life so far, and if I had started to worry about every person that I know and how the interaction with that person goes, then I would be busy full time just thinking about it and just trying to please everyone and just try to be I don't know. I think this is such a spinning wheel that it never ends if it just try to please everyone, or just try to live your life based on what other people think of you. There is always a new person that you have to please. There is always a new thing that you want. There is always a new gadget that you need. There is always a new competition that you want to be a part of. And I don't mean any sports competition, like a competition among your friends, among your circle, among other people. Oh, that person bought this, I need to buy this. That's, yeah, like that's how I think 95% of the people, the average people, spend their life. Just worrying about things that don't matter. And, focusing on those small details. As for me, I meet people, and sometimes after meeting some important people, one of the friends, or one of the people who was in that meeting tells me later that, oh, Bishal, did you realize that person was wearing this, wearing that, or do you realize that person was driving this car, or do you realize that person was doing this, or do you realize that person has an affair with someone else, do you realize that person um, is no longer the president of this company, whatever. And I'm like, no, I didn't realize that. And now that you mention it, probably it is, but even after you have mentioned it, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't judge people based on the different gadgets that they have. And by gadgets, I don't just mean physical gadgets, like the gadgets related to prestige. Are the president of a company? Are they, you know, professors? Are they department heads? Are they the chief program officer of a scientific organization? Are they editors? Like, it doesn't matter who they are and what these gadgets they have. What matters is who they are as a person. There are people that I like. There are people that I may not like. Uh, what matters to me is if there is someone that I really like and respect, and if then I guess I'll spend some energy to maintain that relationship, because good people are really scarce, are rare. You don't come across good people that you want to be friends with every day in your life. Life is short. There is no point in spending your time with people that you don't feel connected with, that you don't feel happy with. There is no point in spending even a single second of your life, or even a single minute of your life that does not bring you happiness. And as I said, good people are very rare, that you really like, that you really feel are honest and will stick by your side. So if I have such friends and relationships, then I make an effort to preserve them, because it brings me happiness. But if it is someone else, who cares? And I don't have the time, I don't have the energy to fret about small things and lose my happiness over it. Life is much more than that. So the bottom line is, stop measuring in minor things in life. Stop losing sleep over minor things in life. Stop beating yourself. Stop being sad about minor trivial things. They don't matter. Just think about this. On how many occasions have you felt upset in past year alone, in 2021? How many days were you upset about something? And now, 1 year later, when you look back onto those things, did any of them actually matter in the long term? No, it did not. It does not. We should not spend our life in the 95% range of things that are common things that don't affect life. What affects life is actually the things that happen in the extremes, things that can have a super important effect in your life. I'll give you an example. This is a difficult concept to understand. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about diseases. What's going to happen to you 95% of the time? It's going to be diarrhea, fever, cold. It comes, it goes. Yes, you feel miserable on the days you have diarrhea, you have vomiting, you have cold, you have fever. You don't feel good, obviously, but this is what happens to people 95% of the time. These are the commonest illnesses. But 1 year later, 2 years later, when you look back, did it actually matter? No. These are the common things. But you might have had like 100 diagnoses, 100 days of fever, 100 times of fever, 100 incidences of diarrhea. It did not matter. But one day, if a doctor says you have cancer, one diagnosis of cancer, it changes your life. Your life becomes completely different, because this is a diagnosis that matters. That one day is far more important than other 100 days when you had fever or diarrhea. This is what is called a tail event, an event in the extreme that changes everything, that had such a big impact on our life. But most of the things fall under the 95% things that does not change our life. But we spend our time thinking about those 95% things, which is not going to change our life. We are supposed to spend our time thinking about that 5% thing that is a tail event that is so influential that it can change your life. Like, you might have. I just want to give another example. There are so many security checks and police checks and all the security measures that take place to prevent this 95% crimes from happening. But one incident that changed how the world started to look at crime and started to take precautions to prevent the crime was the September 11 incident. Nobody had thought about it. An unprecedented thing happened on September 11, 2001. That's a tail event. One event, but its impact is so much more than other 95% of the events. So it is always those tail events that we need to prevent, that we need to think about, that we need to spend our time on, because they have such a big impact. So again, I'm going to leave you with this quotation: stop measuring in minor things in life. The minor things in life, they don't matter. Live your life happy.